remind me at the starting of the class, the recording should be there. Okay, so what have we done here till now? We have taken the essence of the first paragraph, right? The subject needs to be found first, and subject was national park, right? Since it has been again and again, this is for recording, okay? This has been again and again taken into consideration, the park resources, right? National park. Everywhere national park has been given. Then we were interested in what has been said about the national park. Till then you can do the second paragraph, okay? Okay, national park are affected by outside activities. Then we needed to notice what has been said about this, and then there would be three questions that would be majorly answered by the author. What has been answered by taking in the subject. Now why and how are the questions that are answered for a reason, right? For reason, if there has been a reason given, we would answer why, and there, if there has been a process given, we would answer, we would take the question how. So from this sentence, we have seen that once surrounded and protected by vast wilderness, many of the national parks are adversely affected by outside activities of their boundaries, right? This is a general sentence. This is a general sentence, okay? It concerns national park, and then we can answer this question, this the next sentence, by asking the question why, right? Why are the national parks being adversely affected? So it answers the question by secretary is empowered to look in the interior to manage the activities within the park. Okay. Now conditions outside park boundaries are not subject to. This is the continuation of the second sentence, so we can answer it with why only. Okay. Okay, I have got the first message. Others, please hurry. Okay. So I have got two answers only till now. Is we fast several approaches.
Wait, sir, while you are saying we got distracted.
Okay.
सर एक बार देख के बताइएगा सर, मैंने आपको भेजा है।
हेलो
सर आपका साउंड नहीं आ रहा सर।
सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है।
Okay.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Okay. Now, several approaches was the most important word here. And are we on the same page that this sentence was the general sentence? Everyone got it as a general sentence?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So the if you get the general sentences, you would get what idea the author would be talking about, right? So whenever you encounter the word such as several, right, approaches to protecting. Now several approaches have been talked about to protecting the national park. Now he would explain several approaches, right? Such as he is giving an example. This is called a specific sentence. Examples are always specific sentences. One focusing on enacting the federal legislation granting the national parks service broader powers over lands adjacent to the national park. This is the first approach. Okay, legislation addressing the external threats to the national parks twice passed the House of Representatives but died without action in the Senate. But it failed. Okay, now second one. Also, now you have to notice these words. Okay, what is this word called? What is this word called? This is called a discourse marker. Okay, and why would it be called discourse marker? Because how many of you know about the discourse? What is a discourse? What is a discourse? What is a discourse?
I guess nobody knows.
What?
I guess nobody knows what it is.
Okay, discourse is whatever I am trying to say, right? And one idea of that is called a discourse. For example, if BJP has a discourse of communal politics, right? Communal politics. So we can say that there is a discourse, right? Understood the word discourse? Okay, I can
सर
say
एक बार
that
वापस रिपीट कर दीजिए.
I can
No,
say that
sir.
Melinda Gates Foundation has a discourse of had a discourse of in a speech, right? Had a discourse of helping the poor. Okay, so discourse is the point on which I am talking about.
Purpose,
Discourse.
purpose.
Right? Yeah, the purpose.
Main idea.
Yeah, what aim I have by writing or reading that sentence. Okay. So how is the purpose different from main idea? How is the purpose different from main idea?
They are similar.
No, they are not similar. They are different, right? That is what you do not understand. Okay. No word in English is similar. Okay, or the same. Purpose would, if I say that, if in class, if I say that, okay, Anushruti is dumb, right? If I say that Anushruti is dumb, is my purpose, okay, making her feel dumb?
No.
No, sir, it's too मतलब humiliate type. We can say that. Sir,
I
my
want her to
aim,
go to the class, right?
sir, my aim is to clear cat, and my purpose. Sorry, my purpose is to clear cat, and my main idea is how to clear it. We can say.
Yeah, we can say that. Okay, we can say that. So purpose is what I'm trying to do with that. Understood? Did you understand?
Yes,
Anyone?
sir.
Anyone having any questions here? Okay. So the purpose and main idea are different. Remember that. This is an important point. Now, discourse. I was talking about discourse marker. So what did it add? It added another point in the several approaches. Right? That is what it added in the discourse. Are you getting me? So I was going in the direction that it failed in the legislation. Legislation. What is legislation? Does anyone having any problem here in legislation? Anyone having any problem in legislation? What is legislation?
No, sir, no, sir.
Okay, legislation is the making of the laws. Okay, you legislate the laws. Now, also is a discourse marker. What does also does? It adds another point, right? Brought to the table as a possible remedy is giving the states bordering the parks a significant and meaningful role in developing federal park management policy. So this is about the states, but it is a possible remedy. Got it? So he declared that I am going to talk about several approaches, and he talked about several approaches that are two approaches. Understood? Anyone having any problem here? Anyone having any problem here?
Which
sir.
two approaches? One is that one focusing on enacting federal legislation.
Granting national park border
Yeah.
over the lands adjacent to the national park, right? Legislation addressing the external threats to the national park twice passed the House of Representatives, but died without action. How do I know that this and this such as sentence is related? Because no discourse marker was there. Understood?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is why discourse markers are really important. Okay.
Okay.
I would just underline several approaches here, and that so that we can come back and remember what had been written here. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Now, okay, now I would not allow you to do this, right? You can do this. Okay. Now we can do two things, right? Either I explain the full paragraph in the class, okay, or you can write it down and get it checked by me one-on-one. What would you like?
Get it checked, sir.
To get it checked?
Check one.
Okay. Okay. So can we end the class here? I hope you won't complain that the class was not of 2 hours. Anyone wants to complain, he can complain right now.
सर एक बार
problem,
जाने से
sir.
पहले
What,
मेन
sir?
आइडिया और पर्पस वाले का सर डिफरेंस बता देते सर।
Okay. Main idea and purpose, right? See, let us say that my parents scolded me for half an hour, right? That I do not study. So what was the purpose of my parents?
To make
What was
me
the
study.
purpose? To make me realize that I need to study. Understood?
Yeah.
The one who had the problem.
सर मार्टिनी सर।
Yeah, bolo.
हाँ सर वही मैं नाम बता दिया था वन हु हैव प्रॉब्लम सर।
Okay, okay.
Okay, sir. So this is the purpose, and what's the main idea?
Main idea was that they scolded me for half an hour. Whatever
How
they
you
did,
do it?
they said in those the points that they said in that, right? I might be roaming around the streets, right? I might spend the time with my friends. I might be using mobile at that time. So all these points would come as the main idea, right? Okay,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
All these points would come as the main idea, and the purpose would be what? To make me realize that I need to study.
Yeah.
अगेन सर मेन आइडिया क्या ये पर्पस तो आ गया सर समझ।
अरे main idea is whatever they said. ठीक है, in the point format.
ठीक है।
Okay. This
Okay,
is the
and
main idea. This is the main
sir,
idea. I'm not going anything that the author is saying. Apart from, right? Apart from anything that the author is saying. But the purpose of the author might be different. Are you getting me? Someone was asking a question.
हाँ सर समझा।
yeah, sir, what is the meaning of federal?
Federal? Okay.
Yeah.
It's good that you asked me. Okay, I would take you to the whiteboard. Okay. What is the meaning of federal? What can be the meaning of federal? From the sentences that we read. We
Okay,
read
so-
a word legislate,
Yeah, legislation.
right? So what is the process of legislation?
Making law.
Making laws, right? And we also said that he added another point about state legislation.
Yeah.
So how many components of a nation lawmaking bodies are there?
I guess
The
3.
union government and the state government. He
Okay.
told about the state, what is left? Union government. So federal is the union government of US. Are
Okay.
you getting me?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the idea, the inferences that you need to make while reading it. Okay, you need to find that if there are certain words that can make me guess the meaning, and then you can check, right?
Yeah.
Then you can check the meaning in a dictionary whether I am right or not. 90% of times you would be right. Okay, if you apply the logical formula.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Right. Have I included the logical formula or not? Did you get it or not? Everyone. I know
Yeah,
there
I
are several
understood.
people who
Got
might
it,
have
sir.
their vocabulary at its best, right? But there are certain words that you would not understand. Okay, that is why I'm telling you the formula. Do not be over smart to ignore it. Okay. I hope each one of you got it. Okay, that is all for today. Right. Now, I would
Sir,
send
hello.
you the book in your group. Okay. Let
Sir,
me
we
just,
need to solve and send you, huh?
yeah, you would write, what would you write? What
Like
would you write?
in
I'm telling you.
gist.
Okay.
Ah,
What would
okay,
you
sir.
write? You would write the general idea, right? That the author is talking about. That is subject. First, you would write the subject. Then what is being said about the subject. Okay. Then the questions that are being answered. Why? If you write why, I would ask you why. What question have you formulated? So you can write it in a lengthy form, right? Elaborating on it. Now, what would you do? The second paragraph, the third paragraph, the fourth paragraph, the fifth paragraph, and then these 5 points would make a paragraph, right? Then these 5 points would make a paragraph, right? Now you need to write the essence of this paragraph that you have made, and that paragraph would be called, that essence would be called a main idea.
Oh
Understood?
God. Yes, sir.
Okay, understood.
Ah,
So this
uh-huh.
needs to be done. And how would you do it? You would make a notebook, right? Divide the paper from between, right? Divide the paper from between. Now here you would write the para summaries, okay, or the gist of the paragraphs. And here you would write the main idea. And here you would solve the questions by writing the options. Then you would enumerate these questions. For example, my first answer was wrong by checking the back of the book. Now you would try to reach to the right answer by getting a reasoning and where did you make the mistake. If you do not understand that, ask me. Okay, then you would write where you made the mistake here, right? Why did you make the mistake? Where did you make the mistake? You would write it here. Now here you would write the sentences, right? Word meanings, the words you did not understand, right? First, you would need to understand those words on the basis of inference, okay, or the contextual meaning that I called it. Okay, we would come to this contextual meaning. Now word meanings needs to be written here. Now all this would be revised on Sunday. Fine, understood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this would make you realize how far have you come from where you started. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay, that is all for today. That is all for today. Okay,
Bye, sir.
okay,
Hello,
bye
sir.
everyone.
Sir, one.
Thank you.
Yeah,
सर आप प्लीज गाइड कर कैसे हम लोगों को क्या करना है फॉर नेक्स्ट डे मतलब कि कल क्या करना है
kal you have to send the gist and main idea of RCO.
सर लाइक कि कोई पैसेज फिर रीड करना डेली वन
हाँ,
पैसेज
daily one.
और सर वो
Daily
आरसीसी
one till
99
10 passage, right? Passage 10. Okay, then we would do daily 2 after that. Fine.
ओके सर और ये जो समरी एडिटोरियल लाइक ये सब
Summary and editorial would be checked by
सर
me.
रीडिंग के लिए बता दीजिए एक्स्ट्रा
First
कुछ
of all,
के
we
अलावा
need to know the method of comprehension. Okay, then only you would read. No one would read before that. Okay, you have been reading for 20 years. Did you know all this? How many of you knew all this? Okay, So the tools of comprehension are more important than the comprehension itself. We can read n number of topics, but you would not be. How many of you have been reading the novels?
Me, sir.
कितना समझ में आया?
Almost आ ही जाता है.
ऑलमोस्ट आ ही जाता है. मैं कल ना एक Z का पैसेज दूंगा, मेरे को समझा के बताना.
ठीक है सर, we will try.
Okay, I liked your attitude. Okay.
सर मुझसे नोवेल मैंने ट्राई किया, मुझसे नहीं होगा.
हाँ, that is why you are not being able to do this.
हाँ.
Right. You have to know what to read. There will be many words. You have to know what to read, how to retain the structure of the story, how to retain the what the author is trying to say. Okay, so it is all together and a different skill than while reading the story, right? Okay, that is all. Any other questions? No. Okay, I am stopping the